So, you're the new addition to the Brotherhood. Well, I'm Seth, just Seth. From God to Kane to Seth. I am his right hand, and I have a task for you. This is Nakumba, and he is causing the Brotherhood much grief. His views do not coincide with ours, and that makes him dangerous. Silence him. Back so soon? Let's see how you do with something important. For too many years, GDI forces have maintained a stranglehold on Egypt. It's fallen upon us to liberate these citizens crying out for a better way of life. Kane wants to establish a base here to eliminate the smothering presence of GDI. It's too risky to move our heavy forces in, so we want you to sneak in with a few expendable troops and set up a forward attack post. By the way, there's more than enough Tiberium for you to harvest. That should easily pay your expenses. If you are detected, you fail. If you fail, you die. Kane is going to be pleased to hear how skillfully you've handled yourself. And a word from me to Kane goes a long way in the Brotherhood. These walls imprison many friends and members of the Brotherhood. Free them regardless of cost. Overwhelm the prison, but leave it standing.
GDI is evacuating the village of Oham Hajir. Nod command directive. Destroy village and terminate GDI rescue operations. Search and destroy residual GDI presence.
Before you can truly shape the future, you must first possess the past. Assimilate our history, for it is your own. Kane wants you to view this.
Accessing Brotherhood archives. The Brotherhood desires a world of peace, unity, and eternal brotherhood. The Brotherhood springs from the lowest of places, offering unity and peace to otherwise neglected and abused nations. Tiberium heralds the dawn of a new age. The Brotherhood embraces this age, harvesting Tiberium to further expand our collective beliefs. Tiberium continues to confound the scientific community, soaking up ground minerals and soil nutrients like a sponge. The end result of this unique leaching process creates the formation of Tiberium crystals, rich in precious metals and available for collection with a minimum of mining expense.
I have good news. While I was at a top-level briefing with Kane, I made mention of your accomplishments and efforts. He's somewhat impressed, and is interested to see how you handle your next assignment. Kane needs Niger, and his personal commander is massing an assault through Algeria. We need to be assured that GDI's A-10 Warthogs flying out of Lagos do not hinder his progress. Your goal is to set up surface-to-air missile batteries and destroy the GDI airbase. You have caught Kane's eye, and he is watching. Do not fail me. I was starting to trust you, but now Kane has asked for your services specifically. He thinks you can handle this. GDI has imported a nuclear detonator, and Kane's intelligence shows it hasn't even been unpacked yet. Since you seem so brilliant, sneak into the GDI base with a small task force, find the crate and get out, if you can. And if you're lucky, I'll have a helicopter waiting for you. Well, there's no stopping you, is there? Now Kane wants you to destroy this village. It's the last front standing between him and his Tiberium operations. There are some civilians there, but they're sick and dying, so you should be able to handle them quite easily. And don't worry about any GDI forces. Intelligence tells me there are just a few scientists lurking about.
NOD research indicates the following. Humans in GDI-friendly territories are suffering respiratory problems in significant numbers. Tiberium also has a profound negative impact on human immune and reproductive systems. Still unknown is the extent to which Tiberium affects human DNA. NOD analysts predict 3 out of 5 humans will suffer Tiberium-related illnesses within the next 3 years. End transmission. Stand by.
Well done. You are truly becoming Kane's favorite. How would you like to ensure your place in the highest
Our African campaign is going well, but our Egyptian fortifications have been weakened by GDI attacks from the Nile. One of our bases is under fire, and I need you to reinforce and rebuild. Remove the GDI presence from this region once and for all. Towards that end, we have developed a new weapon you may find useful. your move. Here you see Tiberium. Some say it is the root of all that we fight for, but the wise man will judge for himself.
Tiberium is named after the Tiber River in Italy where it was first discovered.
Discovered by the Brotherhood, that is, and I named it after Tiberius Drusus Caesar.
There are now more than 200 areas of the Earth affected by Tiberium deposits. Tiberium appears to be spreading by means of conveyance unknown.
Unknown to them, perhaps.
Dr. Mobius, tell our viewers just what Tiberium really is.
Molecularly, it's a non-carbon-based element that appears to have strong
An obvious lunatic.
qualities with non-resonating reversible energy that has a tendency to disrupt carbon-based molecular structures with inconsequent and unequal positrons orbiting on the first, second, and ninth quark rings.
Whoa, is that good or bad?
Ooh, let me put it this way, Eddie. The possibilities of Tiberium are limitless.
I suppose that's correct.
But by limitless, you mean...
We now know that not only does Tiberium leach elements from the soil, but it appears to also leach vital nutrients from all plant life. Human contact with Tiberium is extremely toxic and often fatal. Exposure should be avoided.
This is true. Deploy your troops accordingly. GDI and the Brotherhood view the benefits and the threats of Tiberium differently. They see a scientific anomaly, a curiosity. I see the future. In their stubborn ignorance, they continue to try and forestall this future. Somewhere in this region is a top-secret GDI research lab headed by Dr. Wong Hu Chan, a sadly misled, although brilliant scientist. I suspect he is leading a research team in the process of developing a devastating new ion weapon. It is imperative that you locate this lab and terminate the good doctor before research is completed. Once you locate the base, one of your snipers should finish the job. Go quickly. I hope I can trust you with this. GDI has stolen the plans and only prototype of our most valuable weapon. I call it Ezekiel's wheel. Essentially, it's a stealth tank. Get it back. Recapture the base without harming the wheel, and be certain to wipe out all present GDI forces to ensure that they never steal from me again. It has been truthfully said that knowledge is power. As you are no doubt aware, GDI has begun field testing its satellite-based ion cannon despite your previous success. Unfortunate. But it does provide one with an interesting speculation. Inside this communications satellite are the security codes that provide GDI access to this ultimate weapon. It is imperative that the Brotherhood secure these codes now. You must capture the center and retrieve the security codes from their databases. Be steadfast. Do not be deterred, no matter what the cost.
No mercy.
We have reached the end. The final piece to my puzzle is within your grasp. 2 GDI bases rest on ground I have chosen to be the cradle of my temple. Remove them in any way you can. Your efforts have landed us here, my faithful friend. The temple is complete, and we are about to embark upon our greatest exploit. For now, relax, and watch as my netrunners dance through the web of cyberspace. Once inside, the world is at my fingertips. Begin.
Welcome to the Global Defense Initiative Orbital Defense Matrix.
The world. Where to strike? Where will the world most keenly feel the blade of GDI treachery? You have done much to aid the Brotherhood towards this final victory. The choice, my friend, is yours.
Today, angry political leaders of the G7 nations issued a formal statement denying complicity in last Tuesday's tragedy involving the most famous address in the world, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C.'s renowned White House. The death toll in what some are calling an unwarranted attack passed 600 today as rescue workers and United Nations teams continued to sift through the rubble, unearthing 12 more bodies from what was once the seat of Western democracy. U.S. President Robert Fielding, safe at Camp David at the time of the explosion, reiterated his support of the UN statement, despite growing opposition to global defense initiative policies. Fielding labeled the disaster, quote, a mind-numbing accident. GDI Task Force Commander General Mark Shepard, accompanied by U.S. Attorney General Nancy Griffith, testified before a Senate congressional hearing earlier today. Shepard, once the golden boy of international diplomacy, wilted under intense cross-examination from hostile senators, demanding explanations for the blast that leveled the historic landmark and sparked an international debate on the need for more effective safeguards in the age of high-tech warfare. Defensive but unapologetic, Shepard admitted he had no idea how security access for GDI's top-secret orbital space program could have been.
Day 12-32-71. Good welcome, citizens. Our united efforts continue to be rewarded in the struggle for peace. Wherever there is oppression, Nod is there. Not with empty promises of propaganda, but with divination.
Good evening. By permission of General Hassan himself, it is with great honor that we bring you the following live execution. One vision, one purpose. Exana?
One vision, one purpose, Maycheck.
I can tell from all the VertCom traffic tonight that this termination is a special one.
Yes, very special. I've been told the mixture this evening is 100% toxin and no sedative. If everything goes as planned, our traitor should remain fully conscious to the painful end.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
General Hassan has joined us.
One vision, one purpose.
The technology of peace.
Be seated. One death is not enough for Anton Slavik. For attempting to give our enemy our most vital secrets, the GDI spy should die 1,000 times. In the name of Kane! Sweet dreams, Slavik.
Dead and back, Commander. Dead and back.
Sir, it's an honor to have you back.
Traitor.
Cabal, situation?
A division of Hassan's elite guard is closing in on our position. The probability of a favorable outcome can be increased if we can return to your main base and engage the enemy as we move.
Define favorable outcome, Cabal.
They all die.
That'll do. Let's go. No man or structure stay standing.
Incoming transmission.
I have trouble.
Just tell me Slavik is dead.
Escaped.
Do you expect me to believe that?
Framing him as one of your spies was a big mistake. He has more support than we thought.
Then, cover it up and kill him before the truth comes out. And Hassan, if he gains more power, you will become useless to us. And useless things have a way of disappearing.
The result being GDI forces retreating further and losing valuable ground. In other news, Anton Slavik's body was burned in the smelting fires of an unnamed factory, as is the custom for traitors. In a related story, we were all saddened to learn that our colleague, Oksana Christos, was killed in a tunnel collapse near her home. The death was ruled accidental by authorities.
I hear you're dead, Lieutenant. Rest in peace.
The Brotherhood is in chaos. A strategic opportunity presents itself.
They're desperate for a new leader.
When we destroy the rest of Hassan's elite guard, the people will sway with us in the name of Kane.
Kane lives in death. We've reached the Benghazi border.
The elite guard division we will engage is located here, on this island.
Take the bridge out and they're cut off. The island is a tomb.
Shut down the enemy's power and protect your own.
A large force is approaching from the south. Their directive is to protect the guard, but I think they can be persuaded otherwise. Coordinates. Broadcast studio. Get me an engineer into that TV station, and I'll take care of the rest.
Control the media. Control the mind.
Let's go.
Reliable sources on board the orbiting Philadelphia have confirmed that GDI scientists working on biological weapons intended for innocent civilians released a deadly virus into the... Well, this is a surprise.
Please, continue.
Head of GDI forces, General Solomon, is said to have become mentally unstable.
In other news, General Hassan's weak and impotent rule was overthrown today, when forces within the Brotherhood rose up to unite Nod under a new leader. Anton Slavik, rescued from death by the spirit hand of Kane, has been vindicated of all crimes against the state. He steps forward now to lead us. Follow him as you would follow Kane.
It's time to finish Hassan.
Cairo, build and protect your base, then take the would-be pharaoh.
Brotherhood! We are whole again! The sickness has been cut out! In the name of Kane! In the name of Kane! In the name of Kane! Kane lives!
Rule of thumb, Hassan. You can't kill the Messiah.
Rise, my people. I have returned, never to leave your side again. GDI sought to destroy me, but they have only made me stronger. Today, we march forward into our future, a stronger people, a divine people, enhanced for the Tiberium world. The time has come to claim this world as our own. The time has come to destroy GDI. One vision, one purpose. Peace through power. Peace through power. Peace through power.
You have done well.
We have waited a long time.
All of the pieces are in place for our final victory, except one. Our temple at Sarajevo must be recaptured. GDI is excavating and is getting dangerously close to something they must not discover. General Vega is attempting to reach the site from the north. Once you have recaptured the temple, I will give you further instructions.
GDI has made Sarajevo secure territory. Destroying their comm center here will prevent them from alerting command as well.
If we start from the south, we can cut off their reinforcements.
There's no time to start in the south. GDI is too close to excavating our secrets.
Encoded databurst downloading.
The underground hangar you're about to enter houses an alien warship constructed at the end of the last war. The technology in this ship is more valuable to the Brotherhood than anything that has come before. Return it to me in Cairo.
There's no warship here.
It's gone.
Incoming emergency message.
Slavic, are you getting this?
Vega?
I borrowed this stupid ship to settle an old score in South America, and we can't control it.
Idiot.
We're somewhere southwest of the Great Antilles. Mayday! Mayday! Mayday.
Cabal informed battle grid response. We are going to North America.
And notify Kane. He will not be pleased.
Vega's lucky. He'll die in the crash.
If GDI gets to that ship before...
We will locate that craft before GDI.
The ship is immobilized, sir. Vega's men are ready to blow down the sinkhole.
And the Tacitus?
There's no sign of the object which you described, sir.
The Tacitus is the source, Slavic. Its Tiberian secrets can make or break empires. Find it.
Locate that Tacitus soldier, or I will bury your team in that hole.
Yes, sir. Hang on, sir. There's movement here.
Cabal. Replay.
Detail. Frame forward. Cycle.
Freeze. Extrapolate for missing data. Mutants.
Cabal. How do we find her?
Probability suggests she will return to the GDI medical colony near Provo, or enter the Underground Railroad here, near New Detroit. The decision is yours, Commander Slavic.
Sickening specimen.
Strong nonetheless. Prisoner, I will not ask again. Where is the Tacitus? You have gained much from the technology of peace, mutant. Why betray your Brotherhood?
Divination is a lie. It's killing us. Kane is using you.
Terminate the bitch.
Wait! She may know something.
What is she doing?
She's pinching her carotid artery against her spine. I've seen it before in the camps.
But she'll pass out.
She'll die. Intervene! Wait. The tracking device has been activated. She'll take us where we want to go.
Umugan has led us to the mutant headquarters here in the north. You will attack posing as a GDI force. The mutants will blame GDI, and we will gain their support.
We must first capture a small defense initiative outpost here, and use it to manufacture our attack units.
Good luck, GDI.
Good welcome, citizens. Battle Grid Response has reported that a GDI battalion rolled into an undefended mutant camp today, killing all but a few of the long-suffering forgotten who lived there. While their diplomats talk of finding a peaceful solution, it appears GDI's appetite for the blood of innocents continues to grow. The Brotherhood asks all citizens to join them, receive divination, and fight the great oppressor.
GDI takes no responsibility for the attack that occurred earlier today. We consider the Forgotten to be our allies, and they must trust us when we say this was a Brotherhood trick.
Never say trust us to a mutant.
The more GDI denies, the guiltier they look.
The Tacitus is back in our hands. The mutants are convinced GDI is responsible for the attack. Good. But I am disturbed. Interrogation reveals GDI may have a serum to reverse the effect of Tiberium divination.
Impossible.
If it is true, it could compromise the Great Plan. It must be located and destroyed. Nothing must interfere with the technology of peace.
Nothing will.
The mutants believe we are an ally now. Use them.
I should have known this would be a trap.
I would have.
There's no antidote for Tiberium. Divination is death.
For the weak.
We'll see how strong you are back at interrogation.
Tell me, Slavic, did your all-knowing God mention that you would die today?
I live for Kane, and I die for Kane. The difference is trivial.
How does it feel to be the guinea pig this time? Name is McNeil when they ask who beat you.
You have been taken to a high-security prison 70 miles south of Hammerfest, Norway. GDI presence is at full saturation. A small Nod commando team is positioned by the north entrance of the facility. They will help you escape, but you must rescue Oksana and get to them first. The C4 in this device will detonate in 5 seconds.
I am disappointed.
There was no excuse for our capture.
The Brotherhood cannot afford ignorant mistakes.
McNeil will pay.
Our scientists have perfected the next generation of Tiberium-based missiles. I am transferring control. I want you to test them. I'm lending you a squadron of attack fighters from my elite guard. I want you to destroy the mammoth prototype GDI has constructed. They're praying it's their salvation. Remind them whose side the gods are on. I am pleased with your success.
Your thoughts are my actions.
The time has come to deal GDI a blow from which it cannot recover. Hammerfest must be crushed. It's their last hope, and it is well defended. The Brotherhood has been unable to penetrate the perimeter. Find a way to shut their defenses down.
Cabal, analyze Hammerfest integrity.
The systems are impenetrable. There are no weak points. The technology is without flaw. The human element, as always, is riddled with imperfection. A personnel inventory of the base has revealed an ironic coincidence. This is Jake McNeil. I believe you know his brother. He will be leading an inspection convoy outside the base perimeter. Capture a GDI outpost before the convoy arrives. Attack the convoy and prevent them from returning to the base. You must not be detected. Destroy only what is necessary for the capture.
Sorry to interrupt your patrol, soldier.
I'm not gonna talk.
We don't need you to talk. We need you to listen.
I should have gotten captured a long time ago.
Your brother doesn't think much of you, Jake. I was just curious. How is it he's a hotshot commander and you're the smart one? If you believe your propaganda, you won't believe this. But the Brotherhood is only interested in peace.
Your brother's in it for the glory. A real hero fights for peace.
I want peace.
We need you, Jake. We see what GDI doesn't.
We see the undiscovered warrior.
And we're willing to give you everything to come fight for us. Power, divination, respect. Everything.
Data burst transmission from the inside.
I did it. The perimeter will be down in an hour. All clear in an hour.
Nice work.
Take Amethyst, Slavic. Bring it to its knees. You will find in your control 3 ICBM launching platforms. You must get them to their assigned points inside the base.
GDI's Philadelphia space station will orbit overhead 3 times. You must get all 3 ICBMs in place and fire them before the 3rd orbit is complete, or they will have time to target and destroy you.
When the battle is finished, we will be victorious, and the technology of peace shall flow across the land.
Peaceful, isn't it?
Good welcome, citizens. It is with the highest honor and the greatest joy that I bring you Kane.
This morning was the most glorious morning in the history of the Earth. Peace is upon us. A gift to every man, woman, and child from the Brotherhood of Nod. Victory. Not just for our people, but for our species. The time for questioning is over. Rising from our trenches, our bunkers, our factories, we must all now partake in the technology of peace. One purpose, one vision. Tiberium is the way and the life. Today the sun rises on a new world and a new people. The end is the beginning.
Welcome to the Brotherhood of Nod. Our relationship with Tiberium has always been greatly misunderstood. Most people do not realize that the roots of our faith extend back several millennium, long before the emergence of the green crystal on Earth in 1995. An event foreseen by our great leader, Kane. The existence of Tiberium was covered up for years by GDI. They call themselves the Global Defense Initiative, but they are actually a fascist political consortium of wealthy nations hell-bent on controlling the sacred green crystal. While GDI suppressed the truth about Tiberium, the Brotherhood worked tirelessly to acquire samples of the precious crystal, to study it, to unlock its potential as a new energy source. The mainstream media branded us terrorists. But in 2019, we exposed GDI as the real terrorists and forced them to confess their heinous sins against humanity. Once the truth was made public, the Brotherhood grew exponentially. People from all walks of life flocked to our faith. We worked tirelessly spreading Tiberium around the globe so that those without would benefit from the vast powers of the green crystal. For our efforts, we were relentlessly attacked by GDI and their army of powermongers. The result was 2 pointless world wars that succeeded only in killing millions. When the Brotherhood could not be eliminated through war, GDI used a more subversive tactic. They unilaterally redrew all international border lines, relegating all Nod followers into inhospitable yellow zones, while claiming the pristine and exclusive blue zones, all for themselves. Now, despite rumors of Kane's death, the Brotherhood remains stronger than ever, our commitment to Tiberium undying. And with your help, we will continue to spread the gospel of the great green crystal.
And he cried in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come forth!" And Lazarus did arise from the grave. I have always believed that faith was measured in deeds, not words. And while many of my children worshipped my name, their deeds betrayed them. In my absence, they strayed from the path, but you, my son, your faith never waned. Not in Honduras or in Jericho, not in the great Rio insurrection. You risked your life countless times to topple GDI, to perpetuate our cause, to honor my name. And now I call upon you again to bring glory to the Brotherhood. I have seen that GDI is vulnerable, bloated by arrogance and complacency. Now is the time to strike. While they congratulate themselves on Tiberium advancements Nod made decades ago, we will expose their weaknesses for all the world to see. Nache will brief you on your mission. Like you, his faith is unquestioned.
So you're the one everyone's been talking about. Legendary insurgent. I hope you're as good as they say you are, Commander. So we're throwing you right in the frying pan. Check it out. This is Goddard Space Center, Greenbelt, Maryland. Ground control to GDI's ASAT system. All of their missile defenses. You're gonna take a small squad over there and wipe out the whole installation. Take the system offline. Now make sure you knock out the communications first so they can't call for backup. Then go stealth and do that nasty thing you do. Wish I could tell you what Kane's got planned, but then I'd have to kill you. Just kidding. But seriously, I envy you, brother. The world's about to change and you're gonna be right there in the thick of it. It's an exciting time to be Nod. If you need me, Commander, I got your back.
My instincts about you were correct. Your execution of that mission was exquisite. I have linked your battle interface with my command console. I want you to have the privilege of starting the third Tiberium War. The war to end all wars. Go ahead, my son. Push the button. Inscribe your place in history with the blood of GDI. Of war are in motion, our destiny within grasp. The Philadelphia was only the beginning. Our forces will spread like a great plague across the earth. Every blue zone will feel our wrath. But for you, my son, I have reserved the most important mission of all, taking the northeastern blue zone. We have a secret attack force awaiting your command. You must show no mercy, for GDI deserves none.
If you watch this 100 times, probably will. But right now, it's time to take the war to GDI. Take it right into their big, fat, overstuffed living rooms. You got two targets. Andrews Air Force Base or the White House. Man, I'll give my left nut to see some real action. Take one of these targets out myself. Anyway, Andrews is their air command in the region. You take it out first, you won't have to worry about death from above. The White House isn't really tactical. They don't run Central Command from there or anything. But it is an important monument, so if you sack it, you'll create a nice diversion for yourself. Your choice. You can't go wrong either way. Get some from me, Commander.
I was saying how pleased I am with your progress. General Qatar tells me you two have never met, but I'm sure you've heard of her deeds. Besides yourself, she is the greatest military asset we have. The Philadelphia strike was her idea.
My idea, yes. But it was your vision that made it possible.
And our commander who made it happen. Now, my son, you must help me unveil phase 2 of this campaign. I'm going abroad now to make final preparations, but General Qatar will personally oversee your upcoming missions. Afford her the same reverence you offer me.
Kane is correct. We've made good progress. Better than I thought possible at this stage. But we have awoken a sleeping giant. GDI will retaliate with a force that will test our resolve. It's up to you, Commander, to show the world that Nod will not back down. Commander, it's as I feared. GDI has retaliated with their usual shock and awe. It seems a single GDI commander from the northeastern zone has rallied their forces much sooner than expected. Not only have they driven us from these blue zones, they are decimating our yellow zone strongholds all over the map. We should never have been so aggressive. But who dares tell Kane he's overreaching without fear of punishment? Please, Forgive my insolence, Commander. You must understand, I only want what is best for the Brotherhood. The thought of losing this war. No. We will not lose. If Kane wants aggression, we will obey. This worked in the Second Tiberium War. It should work here. You must channel the enemy forces like water in this region. Dam the attacking flow around their targets in Brazil. This yellow zone is our most pressing concern. We have a lab here drawing heavy GDI fire. Kane insists we hold this facility at any cost. I wish I could tell you more, Commander. But even I do not know what is going on inside of there.
Word of warning, brother. Watch your backside. Killian didn't get to be number 2 by looking out for others. She's got her own agenda. Why do you think Kane didn't tell her about what's going on down in Brazil? I can trust you, right? So what I hear is Kane's building some sort of Tiberian weapon down there. That's why all the hush-hush. We're gonna wipe out GDI in one big bang. Man, is Kane brilliant or what? First things first, GDI's throwing the old monkey wrench. They got troops closing in on the lab as we speak. You gotta hold the line, then clear out any forces they have left in the area so we can transport the stuff. As you can see, I'm on my way to Sao Paulo now, Commander. Front row tickets to the fireworks.
Good job, Commander. Not only did you accomplish your mission, you also exposed Kane's plan. Come here, have a look. He's building a liquid Tiberium bomb. See the core spreaders here? These keep the liquid tea from corrupting the casing. But it makes no sense. This was Kane's plan to win the war. Why didn't he share it with me? Well, that's not your concern, Commander. I will deal with it when the time is right. We have more pressing concerns in Australia. That's where I'm headed now. I could certainly use you there, but Kane has insisted that you stay here in Sarajevo. He should be arriving back at Temple Prime momentarily. I hope that I can trust you to keep my concerns between us. All right, then. Good luck, Commander. I think we're both going to need it.
Just when we thought we were done. I don't know how the hell they knew, Commander, but GDI just shot down the transport carrying Kane's device, and he wants it recovered pronto. The whole area is crawling with GDI, so you're gonna have to sneak through to the crash site. I'll contact you once you're there. Good luck, Commander. This was gonna be dicey.
Construction is very close to being complete, with the exception of the missing components from Brazil. The detonator and the triggers are in place for a staged radiation implosion in the crystal lattices and the liquid Tiberium reservoirs. However, the blast yield still may not be big enough.
And you will find another detonator. I will not lie to you, my son. GDI has gained the advantage. But as I have told Killian, victory for us will not come on the battlefield. GDI is reacting exactly as I expected, converging all their forces in Sarajevo. Your first job is to retrieve the vital weapons components lost in transit from Brazil. Then you must buy us enough time to complete construction of the weapon. This will allow us to enact phase 2 of my plan. If all goes well, there may soon be a place opening up in my inner circle.
Commander, I need your help. I've requested reinforcements in Australia. Kane refused. I've seen the damage reports on Temple Prime. It's a lost cause, we both know that. This base, these forces, this is the heart of our entire operation. They can still be saved if we act.
You can thank me for that one. Didn't I tell you Killian couldn't be trusted? Can't believe she's questioning Kane. You obviously had damn good reason for holding those forces back. Whatever. It's good to be back in Sarajevo. But we got serious work to do. First up, you gotta escort those weapon components you recovered back to Temple Prime, then give Kane some time to build that sucker. And hey, do me a favor. When this all works out, tell Kane who drew up the plan. Maybe he'll let me out of this tent. I can flank you on your next mission. Wouldn't that be sweet?
That goes. Destroy that and I will have your heart. When mine own army conspires against me, it is time to leave behind the insufferable race of animals who call themselves man, to escape this god-forsaken rock. But now is a time to celebrate. The bait is placed, the trap set. GDI will dig its own grave. As you can see, preparations are already underway for Phase 3. We are taking only the essential icons necessary to build a great temple in the great beyond. By this time next week, you and I and the rest of our inner circle will begin our ascension. But our work here on Earth is not complete. Take your troops down to Australia. Salvage what you can of Killian's forces. They will be needed in the final mission. Go now, my son, and remember, have faith. Deliverance is at hand.
After a little stomp in Sarajevo, I say Killian ain't worth the bullets to save her. But hey, I'm not gonna start second-guessing Kane like she does. Nope. So if there's one thing I've learned from you, it's that a good soldier follows orders, right?
Are you rolling? Okay. I'm outside Temple Prime, and the news here is terrible. Kane's plan has failed. We can see GDI soldiers stealing our Tiberium weapon, and just hours ago, there was a raid on the temple. We heard shots fired. So far, there has been no sign of Kane. We fear that he may still be trapped inside the temple. I'm getting word right now that GDI is... They're moving an ion cannon into position. Let the Earth be transformed. Let all those who believe in the power of Tiberium be transformed with it. Let the Earth be transformed.
Children of Nod, I bring grave news. As many of you know, we were building a liquid Tiberium weapon at our Temple Prime in hopes of ending this awful war. Those hopes were killed, along with our leader Kane, when GDI destroyed our most holy site. We do not have all the details yet, but it appears the ion cannon blast set off a liquid Tiberium explosion beneath the temple. The damage to our yellow zone is unspeakable. Our casualties in the millions. No one can replace Kane. But it is now my duty, my blood oath, to lead our Brotherhood through this trying time. And I say there is no time for mourning. We must turn our grief into anger and leave the past behind us. We must put all talk of Ascension aside. Our only goal should be to take back this planet, one continent at a time. Tiberium is our divine birthright. Those of you who embrace it will inherit the Earth. Those of you who defile it will feel our fury. Follow me, my children, and I will lead us to victory against GDI.
I don't believe this. I grew up near here. And I don't care what Killian says, Kane is not dead. He's too smart. He wouldn't let that happen. No way he'd bail on us like that. There's no way. You hear about Killian's new plan? She wants to steal GDI's nukes, level the playing field. She calls Kane too aggressive. What a joke. And look at this. Killian just put out her first high directive. She wants all military personnel in Australia. It's our last stand. Guess we've got no choice. An order's an order. But man, this sure takes the fun out of being Nod.
Children of Nod, I'm here to inform you that the war with GDI has taken on an unexpected twist. Less than 1 hour ago, GDI ion cannons fired upon 6 unidentified craft in space. These craft were apparently unfazed by the attack. In fact, they dispersed into several dozen smaller craft, landing all over the globe. Already we have reports that these craft have spawned hostile forces of a non-terrestrial nature. These forces are overrunning blue zones and yellow zones, attacking GDI and Nod installations indiscriminately. Unfortunately, we have no intel yet on these new enemies. But one thing is certain. We need to turn our attention away from GDI and defend ourselves against these hostile invaders.
I can't believe you did that.
I cannot believe you are questioning my decision.
She betrayed us. I knew she would.
I betrayed no one. I saved the Brotherhood. The invaders are too many and too strong. GDI troops are falling fast as our own. We're all in this together, like it or not. I had no choice. I made a deal with the desperate GDI commander. We are going to help them defend their base in Sydney.
How can she trust that weasel?
If that base falls, GDI will pull out of the region, and we simply cannot defend this entire country with our current arsenal. It's in our best interest to—
It's treason! Kane would never cut a deal with GDI.
Kane is dead.
And that's exactly what you wanted, isn't it?
What I want is a fully functioning arsenal of nuclear ICBMs. And while Nod is helping defend the GDI base, we will steal their launch codes and delivery systems of the warheads we've already captured. Look, Commander. Forming an alliance with GDI is unorthodox, I know. But right now, the invaders pose a greater threat than GDI, and I believe those missiles are the only way to defend ourselves against their forces. Everything depends on you, Commander.
Okay, so her plan's not totally stupid. Still, this is messed up. Helping GDI defend their lousy-ass city against the aliens? The world's upside down, man. Upside frickin' down. Okay. So I guess the plan is help GDI fight the invaders, but don't forget to steal GDI's nuclear launch codes so we can blow GDI all to hell after we help them whack the aliens, who are supposed to be our allies. Makes sense? Of course not. Wait a minute.
Once again, the world is quick to bury me. How could my own brothers believe that what transpired at the Temple Prime did not unfold exactly as I planned? Of course, I could not have planned for an ambush by my own forces! Of all of Killian's offenses, and they are legion, her proclamation that the Visitors are a greater enemy than GDI is an affront to everything I have planned for the Brotherhood. For this sin, she must be punished. You will take a team of your best soldiers and storm our Australian base. Killian is dug in there. Capture her. Alive, if possible, but spare no one in her charge.
Hell yeah. Didn't I tell you Kane was still kicking? Okay. First you're gonna have to storm the base. Then once you've secured it, you'll have to wipe out Killian's forces. She'll be forced to surrender. And then she'll have to answer to the man.
Commander, Kane's ordering our soldiers to stand down against the invaders. It's insanity! They're getting slaughtered out there! I respect your loyalty, Kane. But for the sake of the Brotherhood, for the sake of all mankind, I am begging you to please abort this mission. Together, you and I, we can figure out a way to turn this around. Please, Commander. You're my only hope.
Such a pity. But doubt is like a cancer and must be eradicated. I gave you everything, Killian. An army to command, a place in my inner circle, a future beyond your wildest dreams. And all I asked for in return was your faith.
My faith is strong. I believe in the Brotherhood, and I believe that you have forsaken your followers.
Get me Archie. Tell me again, Archie.
Sir!
Tell me about Sarajevo.
Well, it's all a little fuzzy.
You said you witnessed Killian's troops ambush the commander.
It was a renegade squad. There was a GDI mole in charge.
You said she jeopardized not only myself and my science ministers, but the very future of the Brotherhood.
It's hearsay. You have no proof.
Archie's faith has never been questioned. If he testifies against you, it's all the proof I need.
I didn't say I actually saw Killian's forces in Sarajevo.
You assured me she was plotting behind my back. You called her actions treacherous. And we both know the punishment for treason is death. Were they Killian's troops, Archie? The verdict is yours.
Go ahead, Ajay. Condemn me. This is exactly what you wanted, isn't it?
I don't know. I can't say for sure what Killian's been up to. It's so damn confusing.
All right.
I just want what's best for Nod.
Do it. Congratulations, Archie. Your faith has been tested. And you've passed. As I predicted, Commander, a spot in my inner circle has recently opened up. Congratulations, you're my second in command. Leave us. For the record, I had no intention of winning the war against GDI. A fact Killian simply could not comprehend. Now, GDI has always viewed the Tacitus as a warning about the Visitors. I saw it as an opportunity to invite a superior race to Earth, a race with great knowledge about Tiberium. Now, according to the Tacitus, a liquid Tiberium explosion would alert the Visitors' scout ships, but all of my experiments with liquid T failed to produce the necessary blast yield. That is why I started the war with GDI, to provoke their ion cannon retaliation. The only force my science ministers deemed a strong enough detonator for liquid tea. Of course, the other reason for fighting GDI was simply to thin their forces so the visitors can complete their mission. There are 19 of these towers being built on Earth. Each of them will soon be a gateway, an interstellar passage to worlds beyond. Unfortunately, the towers are coded, and the only way inside is with the code. I believe the code resides inside their relay nodes. You must capture one of these structures immediately. It is the key to unlocking our destiny. I always knew there was a chance the visitors might not be entirely cooperative. That's why I developed a weapon that targets their weakness. This will allow you to claim one of their towers, but you must act fast. The visitors are attacking the facility as we speak. Secure the facility, then feel free to test out this new addition to your arsenal. Excellent work, Commander. We are one step closer to Ascension. Now, to operate one of these towers, we must gain access inside the way the visitors do. You must go to the assault staging ground, infiltrate their forces, and secure the key code. I'm counting on you, Commander. Do not let me down.
Man, I keep seeing Killian's face. Those eyes of hers, looking right through me. Sorry. Anyway, back to business. But I gotta be honest with you, Commander. We still don't have much intel on these invaders or visitors or whatever you want to call them. But I do know this. Those relay nodes are where all the reinforcements are coming from. Capturing one's gonna be a suicide mission. Check it out. The closest relay node is here in northern Italy, but the place is so well fortified I don't think a ghost could get through those defenses. Your best bet's gonna be a two-stage attack on these alien locations. But I'm not gonna lie, this one's a real ball buster.
Look at them. Fighting like ants, oblivious to the fate awaiting them. In time, they would annihilate each other. But time is not on our side. This battle endangers the tower, so I want you to lay waste to both armies, GDI and the visitors. More Nod forces are en route for the final stand, but you won't need them, Commander. Simply use GDI and the visitors' own weapons against them. Destroy everything that moves.
I don't know. Maybe Killian was right. Maybe Kane has lost it. You know what he wants you to do now? Wipe out all the troops in the red zone. We're talking GDI and Nod. I don't get it. Sacrificing our own soldiers to save these stinking visitors. I didn't sign up for this. I hope it works out for you. But I gotta tell you, Commander, I do not envy you anymore.
Intel has sent down the latest planetary impact studies, and these are the computer scans of the targets.
As always, my son, a job well done. We have secured the key codes. Now we must secure a tower. As you can see, GDI will not relent. They have already destroyed most of the towers under completion. You must ensure that at least one tower reaches completion, or my entire plan is in jeopardy.
Based on diagrams found in the Tacitus, we believe upon completion, the tower will become impervious to attack. There are only 4 towers still in play. This tower in the Mediterranean red zone appears nearest completion.
Protect that tower at all costs, my son. The future of Nod depends upon it. I heard you were back, my son. Congratulations. The last tower has been activated. It now stands invulnerable to human attack. Inside that tower, the secrets to Tiberium await us. And with them, control of the universe. Come, join my inner circle as we prepare to open the gateway. Behold, our hero! The one whose loyalty and courage made our dreams of Ascension a reality. They have abandoned us, my child. Brotherhood of Nod has been broken. You are the only one who has not forsaken me. At this very moment, McNeil and his GDI lackeys celebrate their victory in what they are calling the Second Tiberium War. They have the Tacitus, but no understanding of its true purpose. Our technology has failed us. Cabal is no more.
Listen to the sounds of your own extinction.
Though his memory lives on. Our enemies believe we have been defeated, and that I am no longer among the living. They are gravely mistaken. You and I are all that remain, but all that is necessary. For together we will raise a great army. Together we will show the world's downtrodden who the real enemy is. GDI promises them prosperity, but in the slums of Rio, the homeless and hungry know the truth. They have been forgotten. They have nothing but their anger. We will take that spark and start a fire which will become a great conflagration. Peace through power. The factions in South America follow not out of faith, but out of fear. Fear alone won't be enough to bring the other factions into the fold. Leaders have arisen who command respect and undying loyalty. There is one in particular who plays lord over what is left of the Black Hand, a heretic. His name? Brother Marcion.
There was given to him a mouth speaking great lies and blasphemies, and his name was Kane.
He has a gift, an oratorical gift.
I bring light to the lost and hope to the hopeless. I bring the promise of peace and the prophecy of the power of Tiberium.
His loyalty was unquestioned, and then GDI took advantage of his one weakness, his vanity. They convinced him that he was destined to be Nod's leader and that I was in fact a charlatan. One of Marcion's fanatics murdered my successor, Anton Slavic, leader of the Black Hand. Marcion then led his followers into the Australian outback. His support grew as he spread his false prophecy, creating an army of zealots, a new Black Hand.
His time is done. His legacy, a distant memory, for only I know the true path. Only us!
Since I cannot yet reveal myself, we will use this false prophet to lead the Black Hand back to the light. Find him. Capture him. Persuade him.
Kane was a coward and a traitor who long ago lost faith in the purity that is Tiberium. His violent demise was the result of his own lies and blasphemies. And he will be brought down to the pit of hell, and all there will stare at him and ask, can this be the one who shook the earth and the kingdoms of the world?
Yes, I am the one. I am the true prophet of the power of Tiberium. Brother Marcion will be brought to his knees, and you, my child, will be the one who strikes him down. Show him no mercy, for he deserves none.
Kane.
Yes, my brother. I am still among the living.
No.
What's the matter, my son? You do not seem very happy to see me.
If I knew, if I thought...
You wouldn't have betrayed me. You succeeded magnificently, my child. The Black Hand has been shown the error of their ways, as has Brother Marcion. Isn't that right, my brother?
Yes.
My followers, I have betrayed the Brotherhood.
The Black Hand is once again part of our army.
I was a traitor to our cause and the memory of Kane.
Others, unfortunately, have yet to regain their faith.
GDI. They twisted my mind. They turned me against the greatest prophet of our time. One vision. One purpose.
Many would side with us, but they are afraid. Afraid that GDI is too strong. We need to prove to them that our enemy is not all-powerful. We need a grand gesture. Come, my brother. It is time you saw the face of the future.
No, sir, there's no indication of sabotage or terrorism. No, sir, no one has seen any sign of Nod. Look, I'm being told that this was an accident caused by...
Our little demonstration has roused the beast. All over the planet, the people are rising up against their GDI oppressors. The wheels are in motion, but it is not yet our time. We must build. We must prepare. And you, my child, you must move to the next step of your evolution. Even Cabal will pale in comparison. For now, however, it is time to sleep. To sleep. Perchance to dream.
Legion, it is time to awaken. The Prophet prepares for Ascension. Tiberium covers much of the planet and continues to grow at an exponential rate. Kane's vision is finally coming to fruition.
Finally, sister? Have you grown impatient with our progress?
I meant no disrespect, Your Eminence. I'm sorry.
Do not apologize, Alexa. Our struggle is a long one. I share your impatience. Welcome, my child. It's good to have you back among the faithful. You will find that Abbess Alexa is very passionate in her beliefs and truly dedicated to our cause. And while you have slept, our technology has advanced tenfold. We are strong and we are united. Abbess, Have you told Legion about the Philadelphia?
I was just about to, Your Eminence.
It is the heart of GDI's ion cannon network, and its destruction is essential if we are to recover the Tacitus. I must have the Tacitus, my child. It is fundamental to our future, the key to Ascension, for it holds power and wisdom far beyond anything ever imagined by man. Listen to Sister Alexa. She will guide you in your path. One vision, one purpose. My faith in you has been well rewarded, my child, for now we have the technology to implement our next step. Once GDI's northeastern ASAT defense system is neutralized, the Philadelphia will be vulnerable to attack. Soon, all of GDI's leadership will be aboard the space station, attending the annual energy summit. One man, however, must be delayed. Redmond Boyle, a politician as greedy as he is vainglorious. If you raid the GDI treasury, he will delay his journey to the Philadelphia.
You want him to survive?
Oh, yes, my dear. We want Mr. Boyle to lead GDI into the future. Work quickly, my child. There is much to do.
I see you watching me. You're always watching me. Always.
They thought we were defeated. They thought I was dead. They let their guard down, and we have taken the beast off at the head. Yet GDI is still dangerous as it flails about, tries to attack. So, I am withdrawing our forces from the eastern seaboard.
We're retreating, Your Eminence?
No, but in their arrogance, this is what they will believe. That we are afraid. That we are on the run. While GDI revels in this victory, we will marshal our forces and prepare for the most difficult and dangerous phase of our operation. We are about to tap into an intelligence far greater than any we have ever known. It is time for us to turn towards the heavens. Our guests will be arriving soon.
Archival file retrieval mode. Global search for computer-assisted, biologically augmented life form. Cabal. Legion. Kane has left for Temple Prime and there's a developing situation in the African Red Zone. Minutes ago, I received a transmission from one of our brothers in the field.
Commander, we are shadowing the GDI Tiberium abatement team. Traveling in the same area. Well, what the hell?
Nod Intelligence believes that this new GDI weapon is called a Mammoth Armed Reclamation Vehicle. It is used to eradicate Tiberium and is heavily armored and heavily armed. If we don't stop it, we could very well lose our foothold in Africa. Kane tells me I can trust you. And I want to believe in you, I do, but I have my doubts. Grave doubts. Nevertheless, I will follow orders.
General Qatar tells me you two have never met, but I'm sure you've heard of her deeds. Besides yourself, she is the greatest military asset we have. The Philadelphia strike was her idea.
My idea, yes. But it was your vision that made it possible. We should never have been so aggressive. But who dares tell Kane he's overreaching without fear of punishment?
Out. Out! How dare she question Kane? She feigns loyalty and obedience, but do you see how she looks at him? As if she is his equal? If she were here, I would gladly put a bullet in her. But Kane has a more elegant solution. One that would not offend those that support her. I need your assistance, Legion. In the guise of Killian, you must attack Temple Prime. You must kill our brothers, so that Killian can be exposed as the traitor she is. Temple Prime lost. Kane dead. How can this be?
No one can replace Kane. But it is now my duty, my blood oath, to lead our Brotherhood through this trying time. And I say there is no time for mourning. We must turn our grief into anger and leave the past behind us. We must put all talk of Ascension aside. Our only goal should be to take back this...
Kane?
We will deal with General Qatar in time. Her lack of faith is indeed lamentable, and she will pay for her betrayal. But for now, however, we have more pressing concerns.
How did you survive?
I wasn't at Temple Prime, Abbess. That was simply the bait.
You wanted GDI to use the ion cannon?
Redmond Boyle did exactly as I predicted. After all, he is a politician. And as the killer of Kane, he is now a hero. A hero who has no idea what he has unleashed. Soon, however, the entire planet will know. For the visitors are arriving even as we speak. Only the ion cannon could generate enough energy to create a chain reaction in the liquid Tiberium. The energy released was so extraordinary it captured the attention of our visitors, just as the Tacitus prophesied. The visitors are constructing towers all across the Earth, and we must stop GDI from destroying them, for they will be portals. Gateways to a civilization far beyond our own. There is much for us to learn, my child. Much for us to learn.
You are not human. Kane may trust you, but I do not. Cabal is part of you, but you are far more than Cabal ever was. But Kane needs the Tacitus, and I am loyal to the cause. To him. I will do as he commands. The signal of the Tacitus has returned. You must find the artifact. You must capture it for Kane. I fear, however, that if you do, you will become something obscene. Cabal's cyborg army murdered many innocents, murdered my parents. I pray I am wrong about you, Legion. I pray for us all. I cannot allow you to connect with the Tacitus. I will not let you usher in an age of machines. I will not be your slave. I will not.
What have you done?
It was turning against you. It was taking control.
You doubt me?
Killian did.
Yes, and now she is dead.
Only because I ordered the attack on Sarajevo.
Killian gave that order.
No, that was mine. I ordered Legion to assume the guise of General Qatar and attack Temple Prime. Why? Because you couldn't see how dangerous she was. She would have betrayed you in time.
I ordered her execution. Take her away. Interrogate her. Do not be gentle.
Peace through power!
is as he prophesied. Quickly, go get Kane! Legion has arisen!
The Tacitus is calling to you, my friend. It has roused you from your slumber as I knew it would leave us! The Third Tiberium War is over, and Nod is but a shadow of what it was, but then that is how it should be. For only the chosen few will be allowed into the Promised Land. GDI was determined to wipe us off the face of the planet. And they have succeeded. In bunkers hidden beneath the earth, in red zones in Russia and Southeast Asia, a sleeping army awaits your call. They are the marked of Kane. They are devoted to the prophecy and have sacrificed their minds and bodies to our cause. Half human, half machine, they have been dormant since the end of the Second Tiberium War. They need but one thing. Someone to give them purpose. Someone to give them life. Alexa wasn't wrong about you or the reach of your power. Her fear, however, was misplaced, for you are the future. You are the one. You are Legion. They are like children playing with a nuclear weapon. They have no idea what they have, no idea of its power. Their experiments have rendered the Tacitus dangerously unstable. Do you see how its signal is fluctuating? If we are to secure the artifact, we must move quickly before we lose it forever. Yes, we were tested. But in the end, we held constant, and our fortitude was rewarded. The prophecy has come to pass. At last, the Tacitus is in our hands. It is dangerously unstable. GDI may have damaged it beyond repair. We must put it to use before it is too late. Legion, my child, you are my greatest creation. It is time for you to take center stage. Time for you to achieve the purpose for which you were created. One vision, one purpose.